So, you guys ready to meet our guests? I think, you know, let me be honest, guys. I think the creepers are making more noise than you guys. So, are you ready to meet our guests? That sounds pretty good. Okay, so let's bring out our first guest for the afternoon. She is, of course, the face of IGN Daily Fix. She's a girl gamer, and I took her to Ski Dubai yesterday, and I kid you not, within 5 minutes, someone spotted her and took a photo. She is the one and only. Make some noise for Naomi. Welcome.
Thank you.
Our next guest is a very dear friend of mine and an extremely talented artist, cartoonist, filmmaker, and all-around social media guru. Please put your hands together for the one and only Ashraf Gori. In your own time, Ashraf. It's okay. We're here all day. It's cool. Welcome, sir. Our next guest is the founder of a fantastic little portal known as Aflam. I hope I'm pronouncing this right. Aflam. I have to say Aflamna. Aflamna. There you go. Yeah. 5 I didn't JK, I swear. So please put your hands together. Give a loud and warm welcome for Miss Vida Risk. Very soft, please. And you know, I know there was someone else that I just
Nash.
I just I need some help, guys. I don't know who my fourth guy. Oh, wait a second. Put your hands together for the one and only Kevin Nash.
Like a boss.
So welcome our beloved guests. There we go, our discussion time, ladies and gentlemen. So who's going to be my first guinea pig? I mean my first question. Well, it's going to be to the very active Ms. Naomi. Hi.
Oh no, not me.
I can see you tweeting. You just never stop.
I'm about to send out a tweet, so and I'm also going to ask you guys if you could participate in a Vine. Would you guys be cool with that?
Yeah.
We'll do that at the end, but just wanted to warn you guys.
Remind me. Okay. So Naomi, this is your first trip to the Middle East, and I think your first trip overseas.
Yeah, my first time here. I've crossed an ocean. Like I can actually say that now, which is crazy.
What's
but
that? You just don't fly anywhere?
I just don't fly anywhere now. No, are you kidding me? No, I've been to Canada, I've been to the States, I've been to Mexico, and that's pretty much it. But this is
yeah, we don't count Mexico. That's no. No. Taco Bell is like around the corner. So.
Right, you guys are set.
Yeah, that's cool. But welcome. We're glad to have you.
Thank you. I'm super happy to be here. You guys are all
you
great.
Super happy that
awesome
Naomi's here? And of course, Ashraf. Wonderful, Ashraf. How are you?
Hello, I'm doing good, thank you.
Here's a fun fact, actually. You know, I don't know if you guys can see it. Yeah, so you know you have the IGN Convention logo. You knew about this really awesome looking character on it? Yeah, Ashraf drew that. There you go. Ladies and gentlemen, the official artist, illustrator, creator, and genius behind, is it Ignite, or do we say IGNite?
Excuse me.
It's Ignite, no, it's IGN, yeah. So he's created our character for
Excuse me.
you're
covering
so happy you
far away. Okay.
And our next guest is, of course, son of Aflamna, okay, which is a crowdfunding platform. So if you guys have any genius ideas at the end of this convention, go see her. I have the details, business card, it's all awesome. Don't worry about it. And of course, at the end, the man, the legend, Mr. Kevin Nash. Kevin, how are you doing? Yeah, you're good, yeah. I don't even think you need a microphone, you're just gonna stand and you're
This is really intimate, so you know, we can just...
Oh, we don't say intimate, we say close-knit.
Close-knit?
Yeah. We're a close-knit family over here.
Very close-knit, yeah.
Okay, so, for the two of you kind of flown your How's jet lag treating you guys?
I'm not that bad because I go to bed at like 5 a.m., so I kind of,
Okay.
I'm kind of adjusted.
And Naomi, what about you? How are you doing?
I'm doing all right, considering I didn't sleep the whole 15-hour overnight flight that I was on. So I'm finally back on track, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome. Now, my research says you're Canadian. How's that going for you?
It's going well. You know, I've heard that Canada's a pretty well-known country and
Canadians
liked
in the
around the
house?
world. You know.
Maple syrup.
Yeah, maple syrup.
Tim Hortons.
Tim Hortons. I can't believe there's a Tim Hortons here.
Thank you.
I'm so blown away.
Yes.
She was like 1,000. That's probably more than all of Canada.
I flew to Dubai and had Tim Hortons there. We're done. Off my bucket list.
Yeah, exactly. I have to go there now to get lunch.
Breakfast.
Yes, downstairs anyway. Now, there's one thing I want to kind of, that it runs through all of you guys, and it's movies, surprisingly enough. Now, I'm going to start with Ashraf, okay? Now, Ashraf, you did a short animated film a while back called Zero Error, which I had a role in, mind you. I'm just saying, just if you want to go see it. My role was a newsreader. I've had passport photos that have exposed longer than my on-screen presence, but you know, it's Ashraf's decision, it's fine. What do you think of platforms like Aflamna to kind of put ideas forward and try and get the community involved into that in these projects?
I think it's a great initiative. I think it's just a matter of time. I mean, like from what I was seeing from Kickstarter, I was wondering why this place doesn't have its own version of that.
Yeah.
And well, I'm glad. Congratulations to Vida because they've just completed 1 year.
Great.
So, and I can only see it going forward that way.
And Vicky, could you tell us just how the site came about? What was the inspiration behind creating it?
I think you guys probably were because,
You love me too.
well, loads of people have great ideas, and the reason they don't make them happen is sometimes, well, a lot of the time it's money. And for me, money should never be the obstacle to creativity. So if you've got a great idea, and you're passionate enough, and you've got the dedication and the hard work to put into it, money will come and you'll get your idea made, and the followers will come with it. So that was really the inspiration.
Fantastic. Now staying on the whole, Now staying on the whole crowdfunding concept, Ms. Kyle, I do believe that you recently have a feature film
Yeah.
that just hit its target
Yeah.
of, and as to date, it's made $54,300 in funding.
Yeah.
Congratulations. Where's my cake? Because you promised cake.
I promised cake.
You did.
It's a virtual cake.
It's a lie,
works.
basically.
It's a lie, guys.
We
It's
knew
always
it.
a lie.
We knew it. So can you tell us a little bit more about the film and kind of how you're going to be part of it?
Right. Well, I guess it all started with this journey of mine that I was like, hey, I've been in acting classes for about 5 years now, and I want to pursue an acting career and kind of, get guest star roles and start out really small. And of course, that gym was kind of like my leeway into getting like some sort of fan base. And so I'm just really grateful for all that stuff. But basically, I was like, I'm going to start participating in short films to build my reel. It was the easiest option. Otherwise, I'd have to pay for a reel, and it can cost thousands of dollars. And so I'd rather just get some authentic material out there. And I was able to get casted in actually 3 short films. One of them was, well, it wasn't a short film, it was a trailer for Charm City. And I met Joel Souza, who's the writer, and he's the one who interviewed me and had me audition for him for the part. And we basically filmed it the next week, and he really liked my performance and was like, we're actually going to turn this into a feature film. Yeah, well, to be fair, it was my first actual gig as an actress, working as an actor, getting paid as an actor. So I was super fortunate in the fact that he was just saw my potential and was like, hey, we're going to actually make this into a feature film. Would you like to be part of it? Hell yes. I love the script. He actually sent me the full script for the feature film he had in mind, even though he just had a trailer shot and everything. And I was just all about that.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's so awesome. Well, we wish you the best of luck with the movie.
Thank you.
We hope that we get to see it at some point. And best
You
of
all
luck.
will. I'll keep you up to date.
Awesome. Now, Kevin, I'm not going to leave you up because everybody knows from your wrestling career, it's fantastic, you're a legend, but you've also done some movies. And out of all the movies and TV shows and appearances you've done, today I'm going to ask you about Magic Mike. Reasons that I shall keep to myself. How did that happen is my first question. How did you get involved with that project?
My agent called me, it was a Friday night, and he said that Steven Soderbergh was going to do a film on Channing Tatum's life. He had actually been a male dancer before he went to Hollywood.
Yep.
So I talked to Carmen, who was the casting director that night on Skype. I talked to her the next night for about 45 minutes, and then Monday afternoon they made an offer for me to play Tarzan. So
And was it weird kind of seeing half the cast naked all the time?
you know, it's
Or you just get used to it? You're like, it's fine. It's fine.
no,
We all
it's
have
not
fun."
because I've wrestled in front of 80,000 people before,
Good point.
but I've never danced in a thong in front of 200.
Which did they actually make you wear a thong or anything?
Yes.
Oh my
yeah.
god. Because I know there's a scene where the American flag drops down, and I was sitting with the DVD, I'm like, I need to freeze frame that. I'm like, what is he wearing? And I was asking about that.
You know what the thing is too is like the first time that we shot that scene and we pulled our camis off, we're all our backs to the crowd, which is our buttocks, and like the minute they say cut, like we all grabbed robes. And we're in robes, and after about 11 takes, it's just like forget it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just throw caution to the wind.
Yeah, just put our pants back on and do it. So.
Awesome. Now, we were chatting yesterday, and apparently your son, I believe, is quite a big gamer.
Right.
And as a result, has kind of sucked you into his gaming world.
Yes, I think I'm more of his gaming advisor.
Like, Dad, buy me this game now. Okay, that's fine.
No, but his thing, yeah, I think that it's different when you're like you watch like the different ages play games. Like if I play a game and it's a racing game, like I don't want to crash in the wall where my son goes 300 miles an hour.
Mm-hmm.
It's the same as and any of the shooter games. I'm peeking around corners, and I'm in a ghillie suit. My son just walks into a room with a gun and just starts blazing.
Yeah. Spray and pray. I think
So it's just a different concept. I think that because we didn't have, I grew up in the Atari era.
Okay.
Pong
Respect for the Atari, everyone.
Yeah. I remember going to somebody's house that had Pong, and it was like,
Ooh, wow. Pong. Okay.
3 hours back.
That's hardcore. That's like, not even Pac-Man. That's like hardcore. Pong is hardcore.
Yeah, it really is.
Because once that meter hit 99, it's like, oh my god, Bruce Wayne event. It's that kind of thing.
But I remember, actually the only place you could go play games, like quality games, is at an arcade.
Yeah.
And go play Centipede or Q-Bird or one of those games. So it's just to watch. He just got a new game. What is it called?
Last of Us.
Yeah. So he got
Kevin Nash likes Last of Us, ladies and gentlemen. Just putting that out there.
If I had to pick between PlayStation and Xbox, that would be that would be a reason alone because it's not available for Xbox. But the cutscenes, like for my son to sit and watch a cutscene is amazing. And it's like he usually blasts through them, but it's just like that game is leaps and bounds from anything I've seen before. It's incredible. And I like the fact that it's just not a shooter game. You got to figure out things, the puzzle aspect to it. So great storyline, great characters. So I'm hooked, and now I left when I was at the point where I was the sniper in the window and the half-track camera. No, that's what I'm saying. I'm not going to say anything. I'm not going to tell you how to beat the half-track or anything else.
Awesome.
But yeah, that's a great game.
Awesome. And Naomi, what are you playing? If you have any time to play video games. Because people think because we work for IGN, that's all we do all day.
Right. No, I do have time, actually. But there's The Last of Us. You were just talking about it. But yeah, I started playing it and haven't finished it yet, but getting there.
Yeah, very close.
Yeah, very close.
Okay.
And yeah, that's been pretty much it.
Cool. So everybody's tied up in Last of Us? Anyone here playing Last of Us? Yeah?
Yeah.
Awesome. 3 times. Okay. Get out more. Okay, so I'm kidding. I'm kidding, Victoria. You know I love you. Okay, now, I'm kind of a big, and I'll shuffle back on this. I love Twitter. I have to say, I love Twitter. And I was chatting to you guys in the car about Twitter and kind of what it kind of brings up the best and the worst in people. And you both are, fairly popular on Twitter. What's kind of the weirdest thing that someone said to you via a tweet? Keep it PG, mind you, because I know your followers, good God.
Yeah.
Like, I need a cigarette after reading those comments, so.
I don't know. There was, I think even early on, this was like before I even started my first week at IGN, some guy was following me on Twitter and kept asking me about wanting to see my feet. Anyways, nothing special about my feet, but he was very adamant about it, and every day would like tweet me, hey, send a photo of your feet. And I'm like, oh.
Tweet your feet, that could be a thing, oh my God.
Tweet your feet.
Tweet your feet. Alright, everybody tweet for your feet now. That's awesome. Kevin, what about you? I mean, I know you're fairly casual with Twitter, I mean, as we were chatting.
He's approachable.
Yeah, I'm more political.
Yeah.
Always a good platform.
I'm more of a political person on it. I think I have more fun blocking people than anything.
I love to block people. It's just like you get a nice kind of sensation.
I'll go through and set a goal sometimes with 500. just to go through and just.
Is that a day or a week or?
Like a week, but for a while there was just like anybody that was an egg I blocked.
Yeah.
If you couldn't at least come up with some kind of an avatar besides an egg, it was like I had to get rid of you.
Yeah, no, that's good enough reason. I think. Yeah. That if they don't follow you down and all kind of comments and stuff. But now, because I want to just go back to you quickly on the whole crowdfunding concept. Now, I checked to the audience and said, look, if you guys have ideas, it's a great platform to address. So, if someone has an idea, like for a comic or a film or whatever, what is the criteria, or how can they get their voice out there for people to basically back?
It's kind of very simple. Our differentiator, because we've got to be a little bit different because we're here, is that you've got to be based in the region, or your project has to be for or about this part of the world. So it's got to be coming from and related to here, so that the people coming on the site, when they go, they're already interested in something to do with this part of the world. But we're not nationality specific, we're not language specific, etc. And then you've got to be really creative with your pitches. So what we're experiencing now is people kind of come and they lay it all out there. There's no intrigue, there's a little bit too much information. So if you are planning on pitching an idea, think about the things to hold back as well as what to say and what's going to excite people about being part of your idea and making it a reality. So on the surface it looks quite simple, but there's a real technique to it and there's a real skill, because just like you're talking about Twitter, it's all about the following, it's all about people loving what you're doing, it's all about your community. And sometimes beyond the money, the most important thing that you get is a following and a fan base that are then going to really drive the huge success that everyone is after.
Fantastic. Well, again, we wish you so much success.
Thank you very much.
Congrats on completing a year of the website. It's a fantastic initiative. I'm sure a lot of people here appreciate that.
And I'd say please like us on Facebook.
Like them,
follow
follow
us
tweet them, tweet your feet, whatever.
And your Friday follows today would be very welcome.
Yes. Hashtag IGN convention, hashtag feet. Okay. Now, I have a million other questions, but I know we're pressed for time, and I want to give you guys a chance to ask these guys questions. But this is my kind of time, so I get to do what I want with it. Now, I know, because I'm awesome with the thing called the Google, that one of you is going to be celebrating a birthday soon. And I think, judging by their shocked expression, you can kind of guess who it is. So I've got a little something here. I don't know if I have it right now. Let me just check.
The anticipation.
Okay, so here we go. On three. 1, 2, 3. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Mr. Kevin Nash. Happy birthday to you. Come on, give it up.
When you get to be my age, you don't celebrate it.
Oh, it's fine. It's like one of the sauces. It's there.
That's very sweet.
Yeah. I made it with my own blood, sweat, and tears, which is why they're red. So
It should be tasty.
they should. I know we were having a big discussion about carbohydrates and things, so I'll...
No, it's not, Al. There's not enough to share, so we'll have to leave.
That's the point.
Thank you very much. It's
So, happy birthday in advance. It is the 9th of July,
correct.
I believe. So, again, happy birthday to Mr. Kevin Nash. Okay, so now, the moment you've all been waiting for. You get to ask me questions. Anyone? No. Okay, no, we're gonna be doing this a little bit more organized. So can I get my runner? I have a... Yeah, okay. So this is my fantastic assistant. We're gonna go around to the audience really quickly and ask questions. Can we get this gentleman on the stairs? So say your name and do your question.
Hello, this is Kanzi, and I'd like to ask Naomi. And I just want to ask you, how did you start gaming, and how did you get into the gaming industry, and what was your first game that you've tried?
All right, so 3 questions. All right, try to remember them. When I first started gaming, it kind of was this weird organic thing. Like, I had a lot of friends who had consoles, and a lot of girlfriends too. I don't know why in Canada, just a lot of girls play games. But there was these 2 girls that were friends of mine, and they had a Nintendo, and I started playing. It was a Nintendo 64. Nintendo! Yay! Yeah. There was also a number of occasions where I played video games. So that was the moment where I was like, I really want to get a console. And it was, I was just playing Mario 64 and like, you know, Mario Kart. And those were like my go-to games, and it was only when I would visit them would I get to play. And I had 2 younger brothers, and they weren't really into gaming at the time, but I brought it up to my mother, you know, if she would consider buying us a console, and she basically said no, because she was kind of the person to think, oh, video games are violent, like, we don't want our kids to have that. Yeah. So, but it
We like Naomi's mom.
Right. She's a sweet girl. No, but it was, finally, I think, a few years down the road, it was me and my brother, and we got the PlayStation 1 as a Christmas gift. And we were kind of blown away, because I guess there was some sort of special, and my mother and my grandmother always would go shopping and just search for the best deals, and I guess they finally thought that it was time for us to start gaming and get into the tech stuff. I think at that time we didn't even have a PC or anything. So got into that way, and my first game was Crash Bandicoot on the PlayStation 1. I don't think I was never able to beat it. And it was one of those things where like we didn't buy a memory card until much later, so we had to like play the games nonstop, and we couldn't shut down the console. And then I guess how I got into the gaming industry was I had gamed like for a long time. I was going to college, studying film, and picked up a modeling job on the side to pay for rent and stuff. And I spoke to my agent, and I was like, hey, like I really want to get into like on-camera stuff, and I'm in film school, so like it'd be really great if you could like send me to auditions for stuff like that. And little did I know, a week later, GameLoft was looking for a host. I don't know if you know GameLoft, they do little like iPhone games. Yeah, they're like a sister company to Ubisoft. And they have headquarters in Montreal. So this was the first on-camera like acting, I guess not acting, but hosting gig that I auditioned for, and I got it. And it was actually one of the highest paying gigs I'd ever auditioned for. So I started working with them, and just every month I'd go in and shoot a podcast. It was like a video podcast. And did that for a year and a half, and then IGN was like, I guess on top of what I was doing. Yeah, I guess they kept track on like what I was doing. I was also on Twitter at the time, and I think they just contacted.
They were asking for your feet, that was us.
They were the ones asking for my feet. No, it was, they actually, one of their video guys contacted me on Facebook, of all places. and sent me an email, and I couldn't believe it. I was kind of like, is this a joke? Because I guess they somehow like got a hold of me. And the rest was history. Yeah, they flew me out to meet them, and a few months down the road, after the whole visa process, I won't even talk about it. It was just this hectic 2-month period of trying to get that thing, and that's it. Yeah, started working for them.
Fantastic, man. And you obviously never left. You're still with us, and we love it.
Yeah, I'm not leaving anytime soon.
Awesome. Thank you, Naomi. Next question.
Hey, Kev, how are you? My name is Ali. I want to ask you 2 questions. What do you think about Scout Hall? And what's your favorite match? Thank you.
Scott's doing well. If anybody follows pro wrestling, he's kind of had his demons for 20 years. But he had a hip replacement about 5 months ago. He's lost about 40 pounds. His son started wrestling. Cody started wrestling, so he's been helping Cody. So we're going to start, I think he and I are going to start doing some personal appearances together in the beginning of August. And my favorite match, I've probably got 3. Hell in a Cell with Triple H. The In Your House with Shawn Michaels. And then the Survivor Series with Bret Hart.
Yeah.
Fantastic, thank you, Kevin. Next question.
My name is Ayhan. I want to ask Naomi, Xbox or PS3 and why?
No, we cannot comment on that. I'm sorry. Security, can we get them now?
So you're talking about the connection? Well, I'm going to get all of them.
This comment is not endorsed or supported by IGN, I'm just saying.
I'm probably going to start with the PlayStation 4. Going back.
Okay, fantastic. Can we just have that gentleman in red?
Hi, I'm Marco. I just have a question for everybody. If you had to pick one super ability or superpower, why would you pick it for practical reasons?
Anyone? I guess I'll go first. I've already answered this question a few times before, but teleportation? Please let that happen.
We need that.
Yeah, if I could teleport anywhere in the world whenever I wanted. And, I guess flying would be cool.
It would be easy, yeah. But then you wouldn't have in-flight teleportation entertainment. It would just be,
handhelds?
This is why I love this stuff. Okay. Are there any superpowers you would like?
I'll just summon a genie who will keep granting me wishes for the rest of my life.
For more powers, that's genius.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Aladdin doll, you want
them all.
Okay, Lisa, what about you?
Can I make a confession?
Oh God. Okay, this is Dr. Phil. All right. You gotta admit you have a problem.
I do. I don't game.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter. Like, if you had one superpower, it doesn't have to be gaming. So like you could.
I'd like to make all your wishes come true.
It's only
We're the idealists.
Kevin, what about you?
I would want to be invisible.
Just kidding. It's good power.
Yeah, because that way I don't need any wishes, because I can just walk to the bank and walk out of the bank.
Awesome. Can we get just get the right behind you in red? Yeah, he's waiting.
Hi, my name is Ahmad, and I want to ask you, Naomi, what's your favorite zombie game on which console?
Oh my God. Another confession, I guess. I'm actually a huge zombie fan, but not like to the extent that some people are. But I've never played DayZ, but I know it's so my type of game. I guess the one that I've played that I really loved was it's a tough one. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say the Saints Row part, like the Saints Row, yeah. 3 part where there's zombies. The thing that was cool about that is that they run after you, and it was just like really cool. So that's it.
And you were in an IGN zombie show called
Yeah, that.
which we'll be showing tomorrow at the made on IMAX.
Can't believe it.
Awesome, yeah. So
That's
thank you
way
guys
too
for
much of a
tomorrow.
close-up.
Another question over there?
Hi, my name is Noor, and I have a question for Naomi. Of the games that are upcoming in quarter 3 and 4, which ones are you most excited for?
That is like the #1 question I always get asked. But the division.
Yeah.
I saw that at E3 and I was completely blown away. They did not cut, like they didn't cut any corners on that one. I guess that's it. Yeah.
The question is, guy in the blue cap. Great fashion statement, by the way.
When will Cheap Cool Crazy be coming back?
Oh yeah, I actually wrote a blog about that. It's gonna. Right now they put it on hold and basically they're gonna wait until they can sell it, and then they're gonna start making really like theme specific episodes. But it's coming back. Don't worry, it hasn't gone anywhere.
Okay, we have a question. Gonna be a bit of a ball. Throw the mic, where you want to.
Alright, Kevin. Two-parter. One, you think we can ever see Wolfpack get back together?
And two?
And two is kind of from the American side. Are you doing anything with USO while you're over here in the Middle East? Also, happy 4th.
Thank you. No, I'm not doing anything with the USO. As far as the Wolfpack getting back together, I guess they bring along a senior league. I think most of us, like I said, Scott's got his hip replaced. You know, Lex is in bad health. I think I'm a walking wounded, and I think I'm the best of all of them. So.
You've broken pretty much every bone in your body, haven't you?
Yeah, there's not much left.
Knees to teeth to, yeah. If it'll break, you've broken.
I think the biggest problem is that the chair shots accumulate over time, and short-term memory's gone.
You're here at IGN convention in Dubai. Just give me a refresher.
If it was for Twitter, I would know that. So I'm looking down at it. You're welcome.
Hi. So this is the first IGN convention, right?
Nope. Which one are you addressing? Is it all of
Naomi?
Okay.
I think so.
Yeah, it is.
Why?
Yeah.
Why?
Because it's like the coolest place in the world.
If you want me to expand, I can expand on that if you want.
I need to know a reason why Dubai.
Why we picked Dubai, or why Naomi's in Dubai?
No, why the first IGN convention is in Dubai.
I mean, he would know more.
Yeah.
He planned the whole thing.
We'll talk later. But I'll talk to you later about it. It's a good reason. Can we get the guy here frantically waving in black next to Peeper?
Hey Naomi, my name is Nash, and I knew you were covering E3 this year. I probably listened to you more than my mom that week, but what was
keep it PG, dude. Keep it PG.
I said I probably listened to you more than my mom that week. Anyway, but what was your favorite moment of this year's E3, and can you tell Greg Miller I said hi?
I will definitely tell Greg Miller you said hi. Also, everyone here says hi.
Actually, Greg did say hi. We were actually, sorry, Dave, you guys probably know this. We were actually going to bring in Greg as a surprise to the convention, but because of conflicts with other Comic Cons, he couldn't make it. But he just sent his love and regards and beyond. Beyond. So, come on.
I don't know. E3 is kind of like a whirlwind thing, right? You just go through it, you put your head out there, and you just hope for the best. But because it's just so crazy, everything's happening at once. There's so much information. I thought the live show was exhilarating. I thought it was great, even though it took up a lot of my time. I didn't get to go out to the show floor as much as I'd liked, but I think one of the cool experiences that was not really game related was I got to see Zed, which is a DJ who I really like. They were at the wargaming party there at E3, and that was just a really unexpected, cool experience. Yeah.
We love E3. I mean, it's a frantic little week for all of us involved, running up and down.
It's hectic.
Yeah, it is. But we love it. And we do it for you guys, really, because we
Yeah.
love our fans, we love the community. So keep tuning to IGN.com. Shameless plug there. Go ahead.
Yeah. Like your costume, by the way.
Hi, my name is Kevin Nash.
Please tell me that's a mobile phone in your pocket, by the way.
A silly question. What if they choose you as the next serial killer in Friday the 13th?
I would do it. actually, I've actually talked to the people that just got the project. They asked me if I'd be interested in doing it. I definitely would be interested in doing it. So yeah, absolutely.
One more question. What's your favorite serial killer?
My favorite serial killer.
Real life?
The things you get asked at these things, really.
My favorite serial killer. I'll have to go old school and go Charlie Manson. Just the whole Beach Boys connection.
Okay, awesome. Fantastic. I can see a sea of hands being raised, but unfortunately we do need to gather some up for the regular screenings. Is there anything else you guys would like to address to this amazing audience that's turned up to see you guys?
I love you guys.
Well, you guys have been a wonderful audience. Thank you again to my fantastic panel of guests. We love you guys, of course. Just as a reminder, if you're a VIP ticket holder, you will have VIP access for a meet and greet with Naomi and Nash in the VIP lounge next door. For general ticket holders, the same will be held on the main stage from 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. today. Okay? On the main stage, mezzanine floor. Alright? If you guys could just remain seated while we get the guys up for one more.
Wait, you still have a line too.
Can we do Naomi's vine really quickly?
Yeah.
Can you do it? Can you have it?
Yeah, I can do it really fast.
Yes? Okay. Say no, bro. We don't have time. Okay, so guys, get your heads on, costumes, everything.
My apps are slow.